Hey everybody, welcome to Monday Night Live. My name is Abby Taylor and I'm so excited to be with all of you guys tonight and sharing about the important subject of retention. We know that retention is the second pillar in our business and it is so important if you want to build a successful, thriving business. So we're going to kick it back to the basics tonight and talk about how to keep your people. And so we're going to go ahead and jump in. And so Stacy, if you can go to the very first screen. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just start there. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to keep your people as happy product users. So what is retention and why is it so important? Well, first of all, it is the key to unlocking a long-term residual income. You guys, we want that long-term income, right? Where we're getting paid every single month. That is so special and so unique. Why retention? Because it helps our customers to get the very best product experience. We have amazing products, and so we want to help our people have an amazing experience. And you guys, it starts with you. Why retention? Because listen up, guys, you earn sprint points when you help your people reorder. Yay, corporate is so smart, and that when we sign someone up, we get points for them. But when we help them to reorder the next month and the next month, you're going to get even more points. So that's why it's so important that you are focusing in on retention, especially those joins you had last month during the month of January. When you help them reorder again this month, you're going to get more points. When you help them reorder next month, you're going to get even more points. Okay, so hopefully you guys saw the link that I threw out on our team pages today. If you didn't get a chance to download this form, I believe someone's going to go ahead and throw it in the chat now, so you can go ahead and get caught up. Click on it, download it, get ready to write. Hopefully some of you were able to print it out. Otherwise, just grab a piece of paper, write this down, because this is the guide we're going to focus on tonight as I am teaching you guys this material about retention. Okay, so how do we best retain and keep our customers? Okay, I told you guys we're kicking it old school. We're going to do an acronym tonight, KEEP, keep. So go ahead and write this down on the blanks. K is for know, K-N-O-W. E for educate. E for encourage. And P for pursue. Okay, so we're going to break it down. So know your product users. Here's number one, write it in. Know who they are. Number two, write it in. Know what they ordered and what their goals are. Sounds pretty simple, right? Number three, know when they joined and when they started. Okay, so we're gonna break it down even further. So know who they are. Ask Ford questions. Oh, another acronym. Ford stands for family. O, occupation. R, recreation. D, desires, dreams. These are awesome questions for you to start a conversation. I'm actually very introverted, and when I started, I didn't even know how to approach a conversation, but I've learned that it's a skill that can be overcome. Start with Ford. Ask about their family. How many kids do they have? Where do they live? Ask about their occupation. Where do they work? Do they like their job? What do they like most about their job? You can really learn a lot from these questions. R, ask what they enjoy doing. What kind of hobbies do they have? Where do they like to go on the weekends? And then ask about their dreams and their desires. You'll probably find a pain point in there. Maybe they're saving up to go on a special vacation, or maybe they're saving to build their dream house. Start asking these questions from the get-go. As you are getting to know them in the chats and educating them, start this process so that you can start to develop that trust and that bond that is so important to help people stay on their products long term. Okay, you can also follow and engage with their Facebook page. Now, we don't suggest you just go and start scrolling Facebook, right? But intentional scrolling is really key, especially when you're engaging with the people who are on the products and you're commenting on their pages and you're liking their posts, because then in return, they're going to see your posts and get to know you better as well. And then know who they are by connecting about important life events. Guys, when they have, maybe they just had their 10-year anniversary, maybe they just had their first baby, maybe there was even a death in the family. Those important life events are like a green flag, like, hey, I need to get in the chat and I need to talk to them and congratulate them, or ask them how they're doing, or ask if there's something that you can pray for them about. Be watching their page so you can connect with them about those events. All right, know what was ordered and what goals they have. Know which product schedule to set them up with. This might seem pretty obvious, but you guys, not everybody's going to start with a triplex. Maybe this person is really into their skincare and they started with one of the skincare combos. Maybe they're just about the weight loss and they started with a weight loss essentials. Make sure you know what products they're taking so that you can set them up with a really easy follow schedule, whether you type that up, whether you find one of them fantastic graphics on our team pages, but make sure they're set up for success with a correct schedule. What results are you hoping to get? Ask the questions. If you don't know what they want help with, how are you going to help them? Ask the questions. And sometimes you might realize, oh my goodness, they're already on the products and I forgot to ask. It's not too late to ask. Figure out what they want help with so you can help them move forward. Another question you can ask, are you currently taking any medications or vitamins? Now, this is something I always ask my people because I want to make sure that when I'm setting them up with a schedule that they're not concerned if things are overlapping or they're forgetting to take something, they're overwhelmed, whatever it might be. And so we typically suggest 2 to 3 hours between supplements and medications. So ask the questions, figure out what other things they're taking so that as you're going through this journey with them, you're able to best guide them. And then know when they joined and when they started, the basics, right? Mark down the dates on your calendar, whether you use a paper calendar, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on an Excel sheet. Keep track of these important dates. It's always fun to be able to go back a year later, a year into their journey, and say, happy 1-year anniversary with Plexus. Celebrate those important things, even 6 months in, whatever it might be. Use a system for following up, especially during the first 30 days. We know that the first 30 days is the most critical. Someone was sharing this on an event the other day about 2 to 3 weeks in is the most critical time to be involved with conversation with your people. 2 to 3 weeks is usually when people start noticing maybe they've gained a little bit of bloating or weight. They probably have increased sugar cravings. They may be wondering if the products are working. They might be going through detox. So you should be touching base with your people. We on Freedom Team talk about the 10-touch retention system. Maybe Pink Power does that too, but that is a great way to make sure that you are touching base with your people 10 times during the first 30 days. And then a saying you can use is, I'm so excited that you got your products. Will you start tomorrow? So this is establishing, hey, when are you going to have your day 1? And then mark it down so that you know to follow up on day 2 and say, hey, what did you think of the amazing pink drink? Follow up with your people, especially if after they get started, because they're so excited at that point. Okay, let's go to the next letter in our acronym, which is E for educate. Educate your product users. Number 1, fill it in. Educate them about resources and tools. Number 2, educate your product users about community events. Number 3, educate your product users about how the body works and how the products work. Okay, so let's break it down again. Educate about resources and tools. So the back office, the virtual office has so many amazing tools. The tracking sheets is relatively new, but people can print these off. Or I think they may be able to fill them in online, but they can track their health journey. They can write down what they're hoping to get. They can write down their measurements. They're keeping track of their water intake, the small changes they're seeing along the way. So that's a great tool for people to use. The Engage app is fantastic and they keep improving it. It seems like every single month, every person that joins gets 3 free samples to send out. That is so generous of Plexus. And so that is a great way to get people to start sharing with their friends in a very simple, non-threatening way. Help them reach out and send out those 3 free samples so that they can get an accountability partner to do this with. And then some other great resources are the new ambassador community page with Genevieve. I love it. I think she does a thing on either Tuesdays or Thursdays where it is asking for friends day. So there's lots of newbies in there asking great questions, a great place to plug your new people into. There's testimonial pages. There's our team pages, that amazing community aspect. And then a new one I just learned about is a Silver Slims. And that is for people who are 50 years old and older. So it's a great place for that community of people to connect as well. All right, educate about community events. We know that our community is so fantastic and so unique. So plug them into it. Trainings and team events. So that could be a product event, a Y-Plexus vision casting event. It could be on the new February event that we're having in the next few weeks with a new product release. So exciting. Who doesn't want to know about a new fantastic product? It could be a Monday Night Live training. It could be a weekend brunch training. So plug them into these fun things. Book study. We have our weekly book studies where we're covering different books and different topics. A lot of people may want to plug into a book study, even if they're not interested in the business side of things, but just to have that community. So be asking them about that. And then sip and sees. Invite your current product users to jump in to a sip and see. Maybe not to be a host, but just to come and attend and continue to learn, because that further education on the products is going to help them continue growing their belief in this Plexus journey. And then educate finally about how the body works. Our body is so intricate that we know that this is not a quick fix. And you better be setting your people up with that before you sign them on, or you're going to find that you have a welcome pack business. And we are not looking to do that. So make sure you're telling them, hey, Jen, this is going to be a 60 to 90-day commitment for you. Your body is not going to recover overnight. That's not how God created our bodies to work. So you need to be willing to give these products some time in order to see the results that you are looking for. Set them up for success and remind them of this commitment, probably 2 or 3 times, because it's easy to forget. Here's some wording for you guys. I will be here with you every step of the way, and I'll be communicating with you often to make sure you are getting the very best results. Is Messenger the best place for me to connect with you? So I am establishing with my people when I sign them up, I'm showing them, hey, I'm going to be following with you. I'm going to be reaching out. I'm going to be asking questions. And then I'm making sure that Messenger or text or phone call, figuring out which communication method is going to be best for them so that someone doesn't just stop responding or whatever it might be. So make sure you're establishing that with your people. And then, of course, the detox process. You don't need to know everything about this in order to educate your people. We have tons of videos out there, articles out there. Of course, you want to familiarize yourself with it, but people need to know, hey, you might be going through this process. And share with them that it's normal and it's just part of the process of helping your body to heal. Okay, we're on to the third letter of our acronym, E for encourage. Encourage your product users. Number one, to be consistent. Number two, encourage your product users to get beyond the detox. And number three, encourage your product users to try new products. Okay, so breaking it down, encourage your product users to be consistent. Guys, we know that consistency is the key for results, and that's why Plexus sets us up with a subscription so that we're getting our products to our door each month. We're not missing out on dosages so that we can continue to get our results. So share that with your people so they know why it is so important to take the products every single day and to take their water every single day. Here's some wording you can use. Are you settling into a good routine? When have you been taking your MetaBurn each day? So here is a note that you should not be asking just yes and no questions, because then you're not going to encourage any sort of conversation. When have you been taking your MetaBurn? They can't say no or yes. They have to tell you. And that way you can figure out, oh, they're actually taking it wrong. Let's fix some things. Or yes, they're right on track. And that is a reason to celebrate them. And then encourage to be consistent by helping them find an accountability partner. We know that we're 80 to 85% more likely to be successful when we're doing this with somebody else. So share that fact with them. Ask them, hey, is there a friend that can join you and do this with you? Or you can go back to the samples, right? Let's send out some samples to a few of your closest friends. Let's help them love their pink drink and get started with their own welcome pack combo as well. Encourage them to get beyond the detox. Share detox tools. So like I said before, share with them that it's normal so they don't feel like they're going through this alone. So they don't feel like, oh my gosh, I must be having allergic reaction. This and this and this is happening to me. Help them know ahead of time that, hey, you might experience this. Get them tagged in some things and just let them know that you're going to be with them and it's so worth it to get beyond it. Encourage them to, you can use your own story or testimonial. Hey, when I got started, I noticed a few headaches and some extra bloating in the beginning. This may or may not happen to you, but just so you know, the more that you communicate with me, the easier it'll be for me to help you to get through this process. And then you guys, don't let your people quit. I know, Jen, you have worked so hard to get to where you're at, and I would hate for you to give up right now. I am confident that with a few tweaks, we'll be able to get you back on track. Will you link arms with me for one more month? Guys, look at that bold posture. I'm not saying, I think we'll be able to maybe get you back on track. I am confident that, so-and-so will be able to get you back on track. So go into it with bold posture. Some people need more belief from us than they have in themselves. So encourage them to get beyond this detox, because we know that beyond it, there's some beautiful things waiting for them. And then encourage your product users to try something new. We have our fantastic perks program. Love it, love it, love it. Love all the free stuff. That's a great way for people to try something new. You guys, I can't tell you how many times I went to the back office and I see people with 700, 800, 900 perks points. Make sure your people know what the perks program is and help them use their perks points to redeem something new. We know that the more products that someone has access to, the more products they love. If they take off one of their products, that they'll have something else to add on. So we're going to keep them at that 100 PV mark, which is really important. Make a swap. Sometimes the triplex may not be the best fit for someone. Now, triplex is life, right? But I've had a few people who just refuse to get through the detox, or telling me, no matter they're getting their water, they're being consistent, for some reason they're not seeing all the results they want. I will talk about another combo. And again, it's going to be a bold conversation. I'm not going to use things like maybe, but I'll be like, hey, Jen, I know you're not necessarily seeing the biggest results with the triplex, but we have this other fantastic combo that focuses strictly on weight loss and energy and mood balance. If I sent you over a quick video, would you take a look? So introduce them to something new that may pique their interest a little bit more. And then once you get their foot into that, you may be able to cycle back to the triplex or the ProBio 5 or BioCleanse, whatever they started with later on. And then encouraged to try new products and to check out new product releases. With our new February event, that is a great way to get every single product user involved. And we know that Plexus is going to talk about the opportunity and the business and how amazing this company is. So that's going to help plant seeds in that area as well. Okay, last letter of our acronym, P for pursue. Pursue your product users. Number one, write this in. Pursue them by following up regularly. Number two, pursue your product users through staying organized. And pursue your product users, number three, through offering quality customer care. Okay, we're going to break it down one more time. So pursue by following up regularly. I didn't say once a month. I didn't say once every few months, regularly. Go to them with personal and Plexus. So what that means is don't wait for your people to come to you because they probably won't. You have to go to them. You're pursuing them. You're getting paid for them being on your team. Go to them. And if they're not responding with Plexus, it's time to take it back to personal. Again, you can engage on their Facebook page, figure out something that they've been involved in lately, and use that to initiate conversation in the chat. Here's some wording for you guys. Let's focus this week on getting 80 ounces of water in each day. I will check in with you on Friday. So this is me pursuing them, asking questions, figuring out, hey, this person's not getting enough water. And then I'm helping them set up new goals. Hey, this is what you're going to focus on this week. And here's the kicker, you guys. I'm not just saying good luck, talk to you later. I'm telling them, hey, I'm going to check back in with you on Friday. So they know that I'm holding them accountable and they know, shoot, I need to really focus on getting my water in because this gal, this lady, this Plexus lady is going to be checking back in with me. So make sure that you hold them accountable and you check back in with them. And then follow up regularly and celebrate every victory. If you guys remember in the beginning, your sponsor was probably head over heels, so excited for you when it was even the tiniest thing. Like you took your first pink drink, oh my gosh, it's so amazing, right? Or you noticed that you slept through the night, whatever it is, the little changes, celebrate them like it's the biggest change in the world. Guys, excitement is contagious. And if your people can see that these little things are so important, when those bigger things, like maybe their weight isn't coming off as fast as they wanted it to, or maybe they're not reaching their bigger health goals yet, they'll know that those little things along the way are so important and they will continue to compound until they can experience the bigger changes. Pursue your people by staying organized. Organization, not something that's my strength, but I am committing to work on it more this year. Use a system that works for you. There's a lot of different systems out there, whether it's using an Excel sheet or a follow-up app, or maybe it's in you're a pencil paper person, maybe it's your phone calendar, but use a system so you know when you need to follow up with your people. When is that 1 week check-in? When is that 10-day check-in? When is their second order going to go out so that maybe you can get in there and make sure that they didn't want to switch to the other pink drink, or they didn't want to add on a bottle of Ease, or whatever it might be. Write things down and follow up with your people. Use a system that works for you. Keep track of new changes and goals. So just like I did in the other slide, follow up with people, let them know that you're paying attention to them and what's going on and that you care about them. Keep track of little things. And I love to have that running chat so that I can go back and scroll up and be like, oh yes, Jen was working on being consistent with her water. Now I can scroll back down and check in with her on that. And then follow through. You guys, be true to your word. If you tell someone, hey, I'm going to check in with you on Tuesday and see how your first pink drink went, make sure you do it. We want to be trustworthy. We want to be accountable to our people. So make sure that you are true to your word. And then pursue your product users by offering quality customer care. This is one of the things that sets us apart from other companies. And I love using this on my welcome calls with people saying, hey, we're not just a company where you buy something and then we wave goodbye and say good luck. That's not how we work. We are very individual. We work very closely with our people to help them be successful. So follow through with that and show them how amazing Plexus really is. So that might require helping them make a sub change, especially for those people who may be a little technology or computer illiterate. Go in there and help them or show them how to do it so that they can feel more confident in doing that. Get on the phone and help them. Sometimes it's easier. Actually, usually it's easier to just get on the phone, help them walk through something. Maybe you need to talk them through detox. Maybe they got a second shipment and they were hoping something was going to be changed. Give them the very best customer care that they deserve. And then go out of your way to show them that you care. Thank them. Send them a thank you note. Send them encouragements. Go in there and say, hey, Jen, I'm just so thankful that you're doing this with me. I'm so proud of you for working so hard to reach your health goals. Okay, so quick recap, guys. How do we best retain and keep our customers? Well, it's simple. KEEP. Know them, educate them, encourage them, and pursue them. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Go out there and keep your people, and let's have an amazing year of 2021 with our retention. Thanks, guys.